To me, life is about God. So, and for some people, it's about family and business. But for me, it was about God. But I felt like my art's going to be about life. Mom had these books that I used to look at, and they might have been the Time Life books, but there was one about art and artists, and there was pictures that were painted mostly by the old Renaissance masters, Leonardo and all that. And I just was fascinated that you could draw something like that. And I loved looking at those books. I really felt in me I had the ability to, paint a picture, draw a horse, a face, that people would look at it, they would be like, wow. I just loved that I had the ability, and I looked forward to growing it and getting, I guess if I'm being honest, it was part of what made me stand out in school, is if I could draw a kid's picture and it looked a little like them, they were just really impressed. And I liked having that effect on people. So that's what it meant to be an artist, that I could do it, accomplish it, and that people would notice that it was good. I don't want to please people as much anymore as I just want to get better for me. I just have it in my head what I want to accomplish through my paintings and sculptures, and each work I do, I challenge myself to be better than I was before. I'm not where exactly I want to be yet, but I'm going for some kind of wow factor that I believe is in me that I haven't seen yet.
When you say wow factor, what do you mean?
I want to look at my own work and be like, wow. I missed the space I had in the gallery house. It was quite a bit larger, and I did not share it with my dogs. I don't mind having the dogs in here. They're good company, but it gets a little crowded. But some of the good things is I've gotten very compact. I've gotten very organized. So I have a lot going on in a really small space, and I now know where to find everything, and I understand my organization, so I like that.
So what keeps you going on hard days? The ones when nothing's flowing or deadlines feel heavy?
It really is for me, God. I go to God, I pray, I read the Bible, I just dig into that, and then just force myself to do it, whether I feel like He's giving me strength or not, and 9 times out of 10, it's there.
When you say force yourself, what does that look like?
Like when you have a day where you just don't feel like picking up a paintbrush and working, because I'm just not in the mood, or I'm sick of working on this painting already. I've done it for a long time, and I'm sick of looking at this, because for whatever reason it's not meeting my expectations, and everybody else is like, oh, it's good, but in my mind, the hair just isn't quite the way I had. I know I can get the skin tones to be a little softer, and some days I just sit down and think, just let it go, be done, it's not good. But sometimes it doesn't motivate me. Maybe you're not as good as you thought. You stink at this. You need to go just find a real job, And now at 62, I don't say that because I'm too old to get a real job, I think. But I have a real job. I could just work on the farm. I could just bake some cookies, and then I go, no, just sit down and pick it up.
What would you tell your younger self just starting out as an artist?
Oh, what would I tell my younger self? I think I'm glad I was ignorant and I didn't know anything, and I don't know that I would inform my younger self otherwise. What I tell young people today is be true to yourself. Don't be swayed by what's trendy and what everyone else is telling you should paint or is popular. Don't let people take advantage of you when you're talented and they're letting you do their work for nothing. But, take your time, do things as you grow for opportunities, not just for money, because when you're young, you can afford to do that. So I could give young people today advice. I'm glad I didn't have it back then. I don't know where I would be now, and I kind of like where I am now, so I'm okay with not saying anything